Hi, my name is Waihiga, and welcome to the Mental Wellness channel. I wanted to start this channel to talk about three things. One, mental health disorders. The second one being substance abuse and alcoholism. And the third one being recovery from both. So I suffer from substance abuse disorder. Well, I am an alcoholic, and at the same time I also suffer from bipolar type 2 disorder. And it's like asking what came first, the chicken or the egg. I have finally come to understand that the reason I drank so much and the reason I drank the way I did was because I was suppressing the depression, the anxiety, the fear, the procrastination of being sober. I hated being sober. Being sober sucked. Okay? Being sober meant I was depressed, I was anxious, and I just couldn't live life sober. And why is that? I just recently got diagnosed as being bipolar type 2 last year, March. And it was after a huge crash. I had such a bad crash that I ended up being hospitalized for about 7 days and in a mental ward. And that's when I discovered that I was bipolar type 2. And ever since then, I've been wondering, okay, what's this bipolar type 2? Bipolar type 2 is a mood disorder. And basically, my moods are extreme. If I'm happy, it goes all the way up. If I'm sad or anxious, it goes all the way down to the point of just wanting to die and suicidal ideations and stuff like that. So basically, I'm on medication that mostly is mood stabilizers, which is trying to do the whole this, and bring it to a straight line. How does it feel living with bipolar type 2? It's crazy. It's crazy. I can't predict my days. I can't tell you like in the next week I'm gonna be okay and I'll be happy and everything will be okay. I mean, my moods can just switch up. Recently I had a hypomanic episode, and a hypomanic episode is basically when I'm completely energetic and very hyperactive, and I'm just really constantly aware. And I have racing thoughts, and my mind just can't stop. It led up to me being, it led up to me not sleeping for 8 consecutive nights. Yes, I was able to get a lot of work done and I was able to do all these sorts of things. However, the price of what I paid was horrible because the crash was completely bad. So I went down on this crash, and I ended up having a depressive episode. And I was admitted again to hospital for, suicidal ideations and basically a mix of hypermanic and depressive disorder. So I was hypomanic and depressed at the same time. Whew. It's a lot. It's a lot. It takes a lot out of my family. It takes a lot out of me. It takes a lot out of anybody that loves or cares about me, because you just don't know who you're going to deal with in the next day. Am I going to be the happy, jolly Waihiga, or am I going to be the depressive, don't talk to me, don't look at me Waihiga? And it's the depression is debilitating. What I can describe the depression as being is that it's like you're going up against a concrete river. Like there's this flow of concrete just coming down, and you're in this river and you're trying to swim up against the concrete. You can't move. You can't move. You can't do daily things. It gets to a point of dysfunction. I've had to be hospitalized in the past 2 years 3 times. And of course, this affected my schoolwork because I'm in my last semester of school in my degree, um, and it's also made that shaky. Like the times I've had to go to hospital and their exams and their things to do, and I'm not there because I literally cannot function as a normal human being. I also discovered, so I'll tell you that I was born an alcoholic. I definitely was born an alcoholic. Alcohol did not make me an alcoholic. I was already alcoholic until I found the drink. And the drink suppressed all these feelings of inadequacy and depression and anxiety. I was a very angry child. I really was a very angry child. And I just hated life. I hated people. I didn't understand what I was doing on this earth. I was homicidal. I was suicidal. I had just racing thoughts and depression all at the same time. And when I discovered alcohol, it opened up my life. Finally, it just cured the depression and it took away the anxiety immediately. And I fell in love with alcohol. And from that time on, alcohol is what I followed. I followed it until it stopped working. And when alcohol stops working for an alcoholic, that is a really sad place to be, because you realize the party is over and has been over, and you're just trying to recapture something you're trying to recapture the way alcohol was for you in the beginning, and you just can't. And so I will tell you both of those stories as we go along in this channel. I'll tell you more about my alcoholism. I'll tell you more about recovery. I'll tell you more about my experiences with mental health disorders, the bipolar, and like the medication. And first of all, medication is another story altogether. You're gonna go through a lot of medication to find the right combination. And when you think you found the right combination, it stops working. Right now, I'm on about 7 or 8 different medications. Yeah, 7 or 8 just to get by. And my parents really don't like the thought of that I'm on so much medications, but at the same time I'm functioning, so we have to do what we have to do. I feel okay. I don't feel like I'm over the top or that I'm depressed. I feel okay. I feel like I've been able to get out of bed and I've been able to even record this video, which is good. It's progressive. However, at the same time, I'm very wary and very scared of such moments, because I feel like my mood can just flip. I can't predict tomorrow. So I just hope that I'll continue on this mental wellness recovery, because it is recovery. I've had mental relapses, and basically what I'm doing with my therapist, my psychologist, and myself is trying to recover, mentally, and not have bipolar type 2 be so debilitating for me. And anyways, that's all I wanted to start with. That's basically an introduction to the mental wellness channel. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting me. And I hope that we can just start a safe place where we can just talk about what is real. What is real and what is ailing us. Because suicide rates in Kenya are high. We can't lie about that. Mental disorders are plenty, and yet we don't talk about it. Alcoholism is huge in Kenya, and yet we don't talk about it. So if I've been able to not overcome, but get out of active drinking, active alcoholism, and being able to try get help mentally, I think this is a great platform to just talk about these things openly and without stigma. So thank you for watching my first episode.